100 naira ko. Desmond Elliot.
Good morning, wonderful people. You're welcome to another exciting edition of the program Lagos This Morning. Today being the 11th of March 2023, we'll be discussing about recent news update in Lagos State and also across the Federation. I am Olajide Taufik Olamide.
I am Adini Adiola. Welcome to Lagos This Morning. All
right, let's take a look at the headlines for today. Real reason Peter Obi left PDP for Labour Party. Wike. Concerns as Naira scarcity worsens across states. Only INEC can determine mode of collating and transmitting election result. That is coming from the Federal High Court in Abuja. 4 injured as thugs attack Kaduna Labour Party gubernatorial candidates convoy. Children and wives of politicians grab National Assembly seat. On Kaduna gubernatorial polls, Imam cries during Jumat sermon, alleges threat to life. And on the last one, Obi Kubana's wife assists school children with new uniforms. Let's look into the details.
Real reason Peter Obi left PDP for Labour Party. Wike. Governor Wike of Rivers State has claimed that the former Anambra State Governor, Mr. Peter Obi, dumped the People's Democratic Party, PDP, for the Labour Party because of moves by some politicians in the PDP to make sure power remained in the north. Wike said when he hosted on a courtesy visit the National Executive Committee of Ohaneze Indigbo worldwide at the Government House, Port Harcourt, on Thursday. The governor said he was a major proponent of a southern president, insisting that Obi decided to leave the PDP when former governor of Jigawa State, Sule Lamido, told him that power would continue in the north this year.
Before this day, there are so many reasons, on the internet, so many informations out there revealing why Peter Obi left why he left PDP. But this one coming from Wike, I think it should be the original one. And considering that we were told that Sule Lamido told Peter Obi that power would remain in the north, I think it would be a wrong calculation for anyone to even assume or for anyone to choose to let power remain in the north, because President Muhammadu Buhari is from the north. And you now zoning this presidential ticket, which is the PDP, zoning it to that same north, I think it's a wrong one entirely. Because people will feel like, is Nigeria only for the north or something? And then there should be a rotation of power from the north to the south. Then this next presidential election that will be happening now, it should go back to the north as well. Only if they want to rotate it, maybe southeast, southwest, or something like that. But since in 1914, the northern protectorate and the southern protectorate were merged together, which means there should be rotation of power between the north and the south. So I think for Peter Obi, I actually read quite a lot of things about Peter Obi. Peter Obi is just a principled man. It's a principled person. When he says he will do this thing, that is what he will do. And when he wanted to take the PDP's presidential ticket, so he went to the north to meet Sule Lamido, and he was told that the power would remain in the north. And we saw what happened. And it is a big, had it been PDP has zoned it to the south, maybe by giving it to Wike or Peter Obi. I think if they had zoned it to the south, I'm not sure if Peter Obi would have actually claimed the ticket. Maybe it might have been Wike. And then merging the strength, had it mean they actually gave it to Wike, to some extent, Peter Obi might not have showed up. He might not have showed up. Because right now, the 3 frontrunners who actually took part in the presidential election, Atiku from the north, Tinubu from the southwest, then Peter Obi from the southeast. It would have been the south-south. And then if Wike comes out from the south-south, and Tinubu comes out from the southwest, if Peter Obi comes out from the southeast, Atiku would win automatically, because they would divide the votes of the south. Then Atiku, although there's Kwakwanso there already too, but it would be a lot of division from the south here. So I think on that, it's just a normal thing for someone to do, because once you realize that I can't actually clinch this ticket here, or it's just the normal thing. After PDP have actually been, going for Atiku all this while, let Atiku go, let Atiku do it, and he didn't emerge. And he was once a vice presidential, he was once a vice president, and he's from the north as well. So when you've zoned it to the north, at the time, actually bring it back to the south. And for the fact that Buhari is from the north, another person, his successor, shouldn't, in a normal setting, he shouldn't be from the north. So I think PDP actually made a big mistake by, giving Atiku the ticket. I don't know, maybe due to financial gains or something. I don't know, because during the presidential primaries, we saw a lot of, dollars being given to delegates to actually vote for the presidential candidates.
Okay, Udeze Chima said, good morning, guys. Hope you guys slept well. Thank you.
Yeah, we slept well. Good morning. You can click on the like button, and you can also drop your comment. What do you think about Wike revealing why Peter Obi left the PDP? Let's have your comment.
Okay. Concerns as Naira scarcity worsens across states. 8 days after the Supreme Court delivered its final ruling in the lawsuits on the old banknotes and extended their validity to December 31, 2023, the scarcity of the currency still persists across the states of the Federation, even as many Nigerians have refused to accept the old note following the failure of the Central Bank of Nigeria to make a pronouncement to that effect. As a result, Kogi State government yesterday warned individuals and organizations not to reject the old Naira note to avoid being prosecuted. Yeah,
the old Naira note, it's a directive should come from the CBN. A directive should come from CBN whereby they would, legalize the old note back into the system. Because even when the banks are giving us old notes, and you go to the market and you want to actually carry a transaction and people are rejecting it.
They are rejecting
then there should be a directive either from the CBN or from the federal government that they should start collecting this old note back. And then someone actually told me that he went to the bank to withdraw old note. Then he wanted to buy something, they didn't collect it. He went back to the bank to deposit the old note. The same bank that gave him the old note didn't want to collect the old note back. So I think that's just a kind of confusion among, the bank, the people, and maybe the CBN as well. So I think the CBN should urgently look into this, because out there people are really, really rejecting the old notes. You can't even, since I've seen the new note now, it's been weeks. Even the old note, where can you even see it now? Many people are actually doing transfer, and our banks are not even really helping matters. They're making matters worse when it comes to transfers. Except the, advent of OPay and the likes, all those mobile banks or something like that, they have really been, making things work for Nigerians. If not for them, well, I don't know, maybe there would have been series of protests on the street.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay. The next one is only INEC can determine mode of collating, transmitting election results. A federal high court in Abuja has held that it is only the INEC that is empowered by law to determine the mode of collating and transmitting election results. Justice Emeka Nwite in the judgment also held that it is only INEC that has the prerogative to direct how polling units presiding officers should transfer election results, including the total number of accredited voters and results of the ballot. It further held that the collating and transferring election results manually in the 2023 general election cannot be said to be contrary to the relevant provisions of the Electoral Act 2022. LP had prayed the court to declare the INEC has no power to opt for the manual method other than the electronic method provided by the relevant provisions of the Electoral Act 2022.
Yeah, well, I think INEC actually, from my understanding and my point of view, I think INEC actually deceived the majority of the masses, of the electorate, by coming out to say that there would be electronic transmission of the results right from the polling units to the RF server, which they didn't really, comply with. And it's not as if they actually promised it is in the Electoral Act. But right now, the court is now coming up to say that it is the INEC only that has the power to dictate how they will transmit results. I see it as a prank, as a kind of gimmick. It's not something I actually, it didn't take me by surprise, because I didn't really put my trust into INEC. Because me personally, once you watch a kind of system I know that anything the INEC would do that would be largely against majority of the politicians, they wouldn't want to do it. Because they too, they are also under the federal government. It is only someone who is not really conversant with Nigeria politics that will say that INEC is actually independent. It is visible to the blind now that INEC is not, to some extent, INEC is not independent. So I think INEC actually, they scammed Nigerians. And there's this thing they do actually in the Electoral Act. They didn't write electronic transmission. So they left that place open for them to explore, to be able to either transmit it electronically or manually. So now they will now go to the court to say, okay, we didn't promise you, it is in the Electoral Act that we didn't specify it there that it will be electronic transmission. I think they do all these things intentionally. It is intentional stuff from the INEC. So it is not as if they are not competent or they don't have the capacity or capability to make things work. But it is deliberate incompetence, where you know the right thing to do, you know what is supposed to, what you're supposed to do, but you just, maybe due to influence of some people, or maybe due to financial influence or due to threat to life or something, you just choose to be deliberately incompetent. So I think INEC on that one is just something else. We have
a comment. Odeze said, both the courts and everything in Nigeria is corrupt. I urge Obi to withdraw the case and move on because nothing will come out from the already compromised judiciary. This was a well-planned rigging.
Well, on that, I think I would actually buy into that idea, because I saw a particular report whereby, the obedient, all other parties as well, they have their own personal collation centers whereby they were tracking all the results and everything. So I saw a report that the obedient party, they've taken down their own collation portal. They've taken it down. I think after they realized that APC won from their collation center, from their collation stuff like that. I saw the report. I don't know how true it is. APC won, then Labour Party took second, then PDP was in the third position. So I think to some extent, all these things, it is well planned. It is well planned, because I see no reason why INEC, who promised and who actually made an electoral act to transmit results from the polling unit, and they make promises. They said it is on video, it is everywhere, it is written that it should be electronic transmission. But now they didn't do it. And there was also overvoting. There was series of overvoting, and it is stated in the Electoral Act that anywhere there is overvoting, they would actually cancel that place, and under 24 hours, there would be a rerun in that particular polling unit. But have we seen any rerun anywhere?
No.
They didn't do the rerun, and now they are telling anyone that's not satisfied with the outcome of the election should go to court.
Should go to court, exactly.
So it's just a well-planned game, whereby they are not even accountable. So when a body like INEC is not even accountable to what it said it would do, so what do we now expect of the courts to do?
Exactly.
So it's now as if both the courts and the INEC, they are just,
they are connected,
they are interwoven.
Exactly.
So it's just as if, okay, don't worry, you the court, just be there. I would not obey what I said I would do. Then after then, I would send them to the court. Then you start postponing the case or something like that. So they will leave a loophole for themselves to explore in every agreement or a law or a ruling like that. So I just think INEC was deliberately incompetent, because they should have declared some particular polling unit. They should have cancelled their result and have a rerun, but we are yet to see any rerun now. So I think Peter will be. I'm not saying that he should withdraw the case or something.
I actually don't think it can even win the case.
Actually, I don't think he would. I won't say he would win, and I don't think he would actually withdraw anytime soon.
He can withdraw.
But, well, he can keep trying.
I'm not sure he can win as well. Okay, 4 injured as thugs attack Kaduna LP Guba candidate convoy. 4 persons have been reportedly injured after suspected thugs attacked the convoy of Jonathan Ashake, the governorship candidate of the Labour Party in Kaduna State. In a statement on Friday, James Swan, media aide to Ashake, said the convoy of the LP candidate was attacked at Gidan Wire in Jema's local government area of the state. The statement read, the Labour Party governorship campaign convoy of Honorable Jonathan Ashake in Kaduna State was attacked by thugs today in Gidan Wire, Jema local government area. 4 youths were injured in the process. including 2 boys and 2 girls. No vehicle was damaged.
Yeah. Well, I see no reason why anyone would. Well, don't let me say I see no reason. But I mean, Nigeria in general, we've realized, I've noticed that our politicians have taken this thing like a do or die affair. And some people are die-hard fans of these politicians. Some people, some learned people. Well, there's no correlation between being learned or having certificates and being able to say the truth. Education is just by, you go to 4 walls of a particular school, and you actually undertake a particular course. Then after 2 years, 4 years, 5 years or something, or a specific time, you graduate, then you collect a particular result. But true education is when you are liberated, and when you are not afraid of even saying the truth. When you can see the truth, when you can say things without actually being sentimental. Exactly. When your emotions don't outshadow your logical reasoning. Because how can I be supporting someone who is attacking another person else? Automatically, it means that if I were to be in the opposition strain, I would be among those people that would be attacked. So I think to some extent, it is not really necessary to start carrying out attacks on the opposition parties and the likes. If the opposition parties if the person fights back and start attacking, how many people would we be able to arrest in Nigeria? So an eye for an eye will only leave everyone blind. So it's not necessary. When you have worked, I see no reason why you should attack any candidate. Nobody will be able to unseat you. When you have things that you've done, you have the track record, you have the evidences that, okay, I've done these things. Those people, by the time election time comes, they would see things in their environment that they'll be able to say, okay, this guy or this man or this president or governor has done so things. Now imagine in my area, a particular road there that has not been fixed for over 15 to 20 years now, and someone comes in and promises me that, okay, don't worry, I'll fix this road. Then after 4 years, you don't fix that road. Do you expect me to vote for you? It's not possible, because you didn't even fulfill your promise. Okay, let's now say you've started the project. Then maybe it is above 60% or 70% to be completed. You can still come back and say, okay, we've started this thing, and it was delayed due to so reasons. Maybe due to other projects that they were carrying out, it was being delayed. Now, for the next 4 years, I would actually complete this project. It is still reasonable. But you now attacking other candidates, and there will be some followers behind these people pulling out the attacks. And we see it as normal politics. I think if we continue in this trend, I don't see Nigeria getting better anytime soon. Because this trend has to change. You will notice in civilized countries, I don't think it actually happens. I don't really know much about that. But in civilized climes, I don't think a particular candidate would want to actually send thugs to attack the other opposition candidate. It is a politics of ideas, a politics of intellectual gladiators, coming to the podium and convincing and making us know that, okay, this thing can actually work. We've done it here. I will set up a committee that will look into this, that will look into that. Paint a mental picture for everyone to be able to see, to be able to follow that, okay, this is how you intend to carry out what you want to do. So I think if the Nigerian system can actually change to that way, there's no need for violence or something. We'll realize that a particular aspirant under Labour Party was killed. That woman too that was killed in, is it Kaduna or Katsina? That was being assassinated. Her husband suffered, severe gunshot wounds. He would have been among the casualties as well, among the victims, per se. So I don't think it's necessary in saner climes.
We have some comments here. Godwin said, "How are you, my brother and my sister? You guys are doing a good job. Thank you, sir."
Thank you very much.
Odeze said, INEC Nigeria knew the majority of Nigerians have long lost interest in the Nigerian electoral process. This they attracted people to vote with the premises of beavers. Watch out from subsequent election in Nigeria, especially the presidential election. There will be serious voter apathy.
Yeah. INEC has really, dealt a huge blow on the people. And I think some people would be affected by this thing for the governorship election. And there's also a particular update where the court told INEC to allow people use their temporary voters card. Do you think that's right? Because right now...
Because they have... not everyone has because it has already been stated that go and get your permanent voters card. So why are they now saying they should make use of the temporary voters card. Just try. Like, it's actually not like, it's like they are trying to scatter things, kind of.
They're trying to model things up.
Exactly.
But I think on the larger picture, anyone who is politically inclined would not accept the usage of the temporary voters card. Because Nigerian politicians per se, I can't even trust them an inch. Not even a semi-inch or something, or even for 1 second, I can't trust them. Because for someone to have come out now, as at this point, to say let us go back or let us use both the temporary and permanent voters card, that means some people somewhere might have huge amount of the temporary voters card that they want to actually use to vote, or to bring in some people to actually use this temporary voters card to vote. What if they have it? Because it is easier to have that temporary voters card than the permanent voters card. That permanent voters card takes time for them to do and actually send down to the local government level and to the ward to actually share it for people. But the temporary voters card is like a paper. Yeah, but it is being laminated. So anybody can just go to somewhere, print out the format of the temporary voters card, then you laminate it and go to the polling unit. So it will be easier for people to actually bring that kind of thing up. So I think INEC should not agree. INEC should not agree with the usage of the temporary voters card. Because it will further, depreciate the already damaged trust that Nigerians have in INEC.
Exactly. Okay, children, wives of politicians grab National Assembly seats. In Nigeria, transfer of political power from parents to children is not new. Spouses ascending to political power through marital connection is also becoming a trend. 2 weeks ago, Nigerians elected members of the National Assembly across the 109 senatorial districts and 360 federal constituencies. Flip TV review shows that several family members of notable politicians participated in the election. Olamiju Wonlo, the son of the former governor of Oyo State, Alao Akala; Bello El-Rufai, the son of Governor Nasir El-Rufai; Elkate Iborisuenu; Elkate, the daughter of the former governor of Delta State, Ireti Kingigbe, the wife of Babangana Kingigbe; Blessing Ono, the daughter of former Senate President David Mark; Ebele Obiano, the wife of former governor Willie Obiano of Anambra State, among others.
Yeah, we've noticed that the sons, the families of our former governors, former president and the likes, the families of our politicians, they tend to also join the system. Even without any track record, without even talking to the people, without, having this connection with the people. But we have realized that so far so good, they use the connection of their fathers, of their relatives that has been in the system to actually win. Or their relatives there would use their influence and say, okay, this is my son.
Exactly.
Let him emerge as the winner. So all these things, it is not as if it is bad if they are working. But why many people will tell you that it is bad is that those people are not actually working. Even their fathers that have been there,
They are not working.
had it been they are working, Nigeria would have moved further than this. Just look at someone like Desmond Elliot. For good 4 years, you didn't even remember that people would be needing transformer, that people need transformer in your constituency. There are constituency projects for those that are in the House of Assembly, House of Rep and the likes. What have they done to their constituencies? Majority of them did nothing to their constituencies. And this is what we actually do in Nigeria. The failure of those people in the House of Assembly and those in the House of Reps as well, and failures of the governors, we shift all the blame on the president. It's not actually possible for the president to do everything. It is not possible. That's why we have governors, we have people in the House of Rep, House of Assembly, then we have the local government chairman. And even the local government chairman, they are the closest to the people, and they should be the first persons that would take the blame. Because the president now, you can't be running from pillar to post and say you want to check what's going on in all the states. It's not possible. But at the end of the day, we say President Muhammadu Buhari did nothing. Whereas all the states were collecting allocation, what did they use the allocation to do? That's why at times when people try to fault a president, I actually tell them that no, don't actually fault this president. Did he fail to give them their allocation? No, if he gave them.
Probably that's why Barry said he has done his best.
Maybe that's why he said he has done his best, because we feel like I gave them the allocation I gave them the support. They didn't perform. So why do you need to blame me? So we've realized that all the children, children of politicians actually join politics. Majority of them are not joining it to make impact in the society. Even their fathers that have joined it, what is their impact in society? What can they point to that when I die today, that if I should leave the surface of the earth today, what would people remember me about? What did I do to the people? What contributions did I make to society that people would remember me for? Some of them are just going there to amass wealth for themselves.
We have some comments here. Mr. Ray Panda said, "My beautiful princess Adiola." Oh, thank you. And my friend, hope you both are doing great today. I love Flip TV.
Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you for always
Mr. Godwin said, please, I want to know why politicians are after Labour Party. I want to believe it is because an average Nigerian politician don't want to see a good Nigerian. Udeze said, in Europe, we can't see political opponents attacking each other. No banters, no name calling, no talks, no weapons. Once a winner emerges, the next minute is his opponent congratulates him. Simple. Ray Panda said, previously, I thought PDP are the worst political party in Nigeria. Now I finally realize that APC are the real problem of this country. They are worse than ISIL.
ISIS. Well, as according to what I said before, that in saner climes, we don't see all these kind of things. But what's there is that, why major politicians are against Labour Party is that they have realized that in Labour Party, the youth are
united.
They are united. And once the people are united, that spells doom. That is the end of all politicians in Nigeria. Once the people unite, that is why they are playing the religious card. That's why I used to tell people, don't obey anybody that tells you, okay, because you are a Christian, you have to support a Christian. Or because you are a Muslim, you have to support a Muslim. I would always tell people, don't allow anybody to cajole you into voting along either ethnic lines or religious line. Once you see something unique about this candidate, even if the person is not from your tribe, support that person.
Like the accident that happened at this
train and BRT accident.
Yes, they said they needed blood donors, something like that. So this actor now posted, now they said these people needed blood donors. They didn't simplify like, okay, this Yoruba man needs a Yoruba man to give him blood. This Igbo girl need an Igbo girl to give him blood. They just said they need blood donors. They are not being tribalistic. Yeah. They are not being religious or anything. They just said they need blood donors. And most of you out there are killing yourself because of some people that know that they are not good enough because of tribe or something like that.
Yeah, just like the cards that have been played now against Gbadebo Revival in Lagos State. That card of is Igbo. No. Tinubu met with Tony Elumelu. Is Tony Elumelu a Yoruba man?
No.
He's not a Yoruba man. You notice that it is the people at the base, the people who suffer most when government take particular policies or when they fail to take the right steps. The people who suffer most, we are the ones that are saying is Igbo, is Hausa, is Muslim, is Christian. It is not necessary. Look at all of them at the top. Look at them at the top. They are united. Even across party lines. That's why you see someone in APC today jumping to the PDP and going back to Abga, going back to this place. They don't see themselves as enemies. It is only when their interests are divided. Even when their interest is divided, their interest can be divided today and they might align tomorrow. So they wouldn't. So in politics, there is no permanent friend or permanent enemy. So it should be like that as well. But some people are just hell-bent on making everything emotional. Some people will call some people obedient. Some people will call another set of people bastard. I just look at all of them like, why are you people just like this? Even if someone doesn't align with your own interest, it is fine, it's cool. By the next election, your interest might align. Even if you want to actually buy this person over, tell this person why you should support a candidate. It is not, you will now start calling that other person names or something. They will say, okay, Obi, they will say he's a liar or something. They will say, what's it called? Atiku. Tinubu, they say he's a thief. They say Atiku wants to sell Nigeria. You see all those kind of name calling and propaganda, unfounded propaganda. I think it would never move Nigeria forward. So we should just break away, especially we the masses. No matter how bad Nigeria gets today, no politician will suffer for it. The highest thing that would happen is that he would get out of power, then he would travel out with his families, then start living his private life there. That's the highest thing that will happen to them. But we, the common masses on the road, we are the ones that will suffer for it. Just look at this Naira scarcity now.
We are the ones suffering for it.
We are the ones complaining. How many politician children are out there complaining about Naira scarcity? When some are even using the new Naira note to do money bouquet. We saw videos whereby they were spending it lavishly in parties. We are the ones that the POS guys would overcharge.
I see.
So we should look beyond. The youth and the masses should unite and support one person. Break that hegemony of someone controlling the whole of Nigeria. It's just something else. Because that's what is making the richer to get richer and the poorer to get poorer. They are dividing us, divide and rule tactics. That's what they are using for us. It's only someone who is not politically inclined that would not see through the divide and rule tactics. They come and tell you today, okay, there are some tactics that they actually use, that Yoruba people use on their Yoruba fellow people. They tell them, okay, this person, they paint the other opponent as Igbo. They're telling you, he wants to take over your land. So they create this kind of fear in you. So that you now feel defensive. Like, okay, these people will not take our land. It's a lie. It's a big lie. If you feel like those people, you want to vote for them, feel free to vote for them. They're not taking anything. Lagos belongs to Lagosians. Lagos is in the southwest. Yorubas are in the southwest, which means Lagos is for southwesterners, which is Yoruba. Anambra is for the Igbos. Kaduna, Kano, and Katsina is for the northerners. Can you just go to Kaduna now and say you want to, like, it's for you? It's not possible. And you can't just uproot Lagos and take to another place or bring Anambra or Abia State to somewhere else. It's not possible. So it's just a narrative that they play, and it's by the political elites that actually do these things. They realize that we are getting together, and they are now splitting us up, and we too, foolishly, we are splitting up as well. So I think Nigerians should just find a way to, unite and vote right.
Imam cries during Jumat sermon, alleges threats to life. Ahead of the March 18 gubernatorial election in Kaduna State, an imam in Kaduna North local government area has accused some Muslim leaders of threatening their lives if they do not toe the line of his certain political party in the state. The imam who betrayed emotions and cried while delivering the Jumat sermon warned the Muslim leaders that anyone who calls the blood of his fellow human being to spill would answer for it in the next world. There were rumors making the round that some imams were allegedly given huge amount of money and cash to work for the success of the party next Saturday. However, the imam was fondly called Malam, asked the congregation not to engage in acts and may cause crisis before, during and after the election. He said, people should please go out and vote for candidates of their choice. It is shameful to threaten force people or to vote for those they don't like.
Well, like you said earlier, like threatening people to actually support you. I had a particular rumor. There's this rumor that some pastors have been given money to support a particular candidate, to support the person, and some imams as well. Some imams and affairs have been given millions of naira and car gifts and the likes to declare support for some particular candidate. Well, I don't have any problem with religious leaders, because if a religious leader fails to say the truth, it is just normal. I don't have any problem with them. Why? Because they are expected to protect the image of that religion. So a religious leader now, if a Muslim leader says that support this Muslim person, I don't have a problem with you. And if a Christian leader says support this person as a Christian, it is only the normal thing to do. You can go overboard by saying you want to support someone else, but it's just, you have to, as a pastor, as an afar, the pastor projects and promotes the image of Christianity. It's just normal, according to the Christian doctrine. And afar too projects the goodwill of Islam by wanting to elect someone who would be in his interest.
Exactly.
So I don't have issue with that. But the politicians actually, trying to buy over these people. You can intend to you can persuade them that they should support you, by playing the religious card. That is only normal for Nigerian politicians to do. They will play the religious card like, now, you are a Muslim, I'm a Muslim as well. Someone else will say, you are a Christian, I'm a Christian as well. But now going to the extent of threatening that person, that is where I draw the line. Whereby the imam actually broke down in tears. He broke down in tears because he even told the congregation that there was threat to his life. That some people said if he does not convince those people to support his candidate, that they would do something that I wouldn't like. So I think that is just the height of it all. There shouldn't be threat or something. There shouldn't be threat. And also on the other hand too, our religious leaders should be able to come out and say the truth. Okay, while Jesus was alive, if we even take it to the scripture, he said the truth. Did he project Christianity or he projected the truth?
The truth.
He said the truth. Even in the Bible says the way, the truth, and the life. It didn't say it's the way and the something else. Truth. At times, the truth might be against you. But regardless, still say the truth. I actually, attended a mosque or something. And the Afa was like, okay, we have to support somebody who is of our own, the other religion, they are doing this, they are doing that. I didn't say anything. Some people among the congregation were hailing the imam, they were shouting, hey. I just sat down there, I was looking like, God, where are we going to in this country? If we can't support someone who is in another line, then why don't we go our separate ways? And let's just have just one country that would contain only this set of people, and let us be thinking in one direction. Because when we say we're in a democracy era, whereby someone of this religion cannot support the person in another religion without being called a betrayer or something, or someone from this tribe cannot peacefully support another person from another tribe, they call him a bastard, or they just give him different names. So I think to some extent, when threat comes in, that is when the red line has to come in as well.
We have some comments here. Mr. Udeze said, during Buhari's son's wedding, this same article was the chairman of the occasion. Politicians are using poor Nigerians' head honestly. Nigeria Future said, this is why they used to say common sense is not common. Jerry Clan said, Atude is a chima. Yes, in America and Europe it's like that. I agree. Can you tell me which tribe is always crying of marginalization regardless of our tribe? We can learn from each other's the only way forward. Forget about religious leaders in Nigeria, regardless of your faith. 99% of them are 419. Nigeria Future said the biggest problem we have on earth is religion and politics. King Joe Ogba said, but Jesus was not a Christian, my brother.
Yeah, that's true. He wasn't a Christian. It was after he died. The meaning of Christian is followers of Christ. So would you now say during Christ's time he was following himself? It's not possible. So he was not a Christian. It was after he died that the word Christianity came into the picture. So at the larger picture, if we are looking at it on the long run, I think it is only in Nigeria here, or let's say Africa entirely, that religion has actually nailed us and brought us down to our knees. I was actually on the particular Twitter space where we're talking about religion and Nigeria and Africa at large, and the effect of religion on the thinking of an average Nigerian or something, and the solution as well. And someone proposed a solution like, we have to go back to being ourselves. Who are we now? We can't even say we are full African or we are American. What are we putting on now? It is not an African attire. It does not depict and portray Africa. Our religion is being sold to us by someone else. We travel to Jerusalem for pilgrimage, travel to Saudi Arabia or something for pilgrimage, which means our religion is being borrowed. All those traditionalists, where did they travel to? They don't go anywhere because they are original. So I think to some extent, I'm not saying that anybody should go and be worshipping Ogun or Shango or something, but we have to, even if you would be a Christian or Muslim, it should be in the African way, not by what we just download everything hook, line, and sinker. No, it shouldn't work that way. So Nigerians should just find a way to break free from religious and ethnic sentiment to do well for Nigerians, because we complain about racism out there, but in this same Nigeria, our own tribalism is even more than racism.
Okay, Obi Kubana's wife assists school children with new uniforms. Mrs. Iyegbu, the wife of celebrity billionaire Obi Kubana, has taken a philanthropism level to a much bigger level following a recent video of her outreach together with her team to a primary school. In the video, Obi Kubana's wife raises the bar as she gives some primary school students wearing tattered shoes, brand new one, during a visit to a foundation known as the Care Foundation. The foundation, founded by Obi Kubana's wife, is a non-profit organization with an initiative aimed at improving the lives of the less privileged children and women in our society.
Yeah, I think she's on the right track. I actually commend her for what she has done. Because when you get to a particular stage in life that you have enough money, you are financially free, you can do anything, like, you should just choose to help the needy. Help the needy. Because when the rich is getting richer and the poor is getting poorer, to get to the point whereby the poor would get frustrated and start attacking the rich people. But when you have more than enough, look at people behind you. Help them. There are people in your vicinity. Help them. Look at the motherless children. Look at the schools, our public schools out there. You notice that some children don't even have, proper uniform. Some don't even have books. Go there, go and help them. We have over 133 million people in multidimensional poverty. Train some people in skill acquisition. If you have the money, you can do that. It's not too much to ask for. Some people have this money, but they are not doing this thing. Just like those, children of politicians taking up position and continue embezzlement of funds. If you have the money, it's not necessary that you take up political position. Just help them by yourself. What's it called? An NGO, non-governmental organization, whereby you help the needy. You can solicit for funds somewhere else if you don't have enough. You can come together as a group. Just have a thing. Help people. It is what you do when you are on this earth that you would be remembered for when you're gone. And to some extent, when you are a president, you're a governor or something, and you even fail to do what you're supposed to do. You fail to help the needy, you fail to do something else. Most of our celebrities should be doing all these things. We can't put everything on the government. Now, look at all these hoodlums we have today. Were they raised by the government? No. It is from the family. Most of them are from broken homes. If the families are okay, would not have all those hoodlums on the road. So someone like me, would I be on the road, shouting and screaming because of 500 naira, 1,000 naira, or 5,000 naira? Okay, go and steal this ballot box. It's not possible. So if we have people from right families, that's the first place for the government to actually be okay. Because we can't just, keep on pushing hoodlums from our families out there in the street and be blaming government for not being able to control them. Whereas most of these parents are to be blamed. They are to be blamed if we are being truthful with ourselves. So on this one, Obi Kubana's wife, I think she has done well. Yeah. And all other people as well, people who are well-to-do in society, can actually emulate her.
Okay, we have some comments here. Odeze said, imagine FFK telling Yoruba that the Igbos in Lagos State are trying to take over Lagos to install Obas. Jarek said, Nigeria future, I agree totally with you. Human beings don't need religion. King Joe said, you are making sense, my brother. Nigeria future said, thank you very much, my brother, for saying the truth about religion. Push Mom, good morning to us all.
Push Mom, good morning, good morning. So on the religion, what I know, what I'm sure of is that regardless of being a Christian or Muslim or something, I think everyone just have this kind of unique connection with God. Because I'm a Muslim, but several times on several occasions I've prayed in the church. I've gone for church service. I just intentionally just go like, let me see what they're doing here. How is it being done? Let me feel this thing. Then I attended the church program. Then I went back to my mosque as well. See, that I go to the church does not make me a Christian. It does not mean that, okay, maybe I've changed or something. But at times, you need to be in other people's shoes. Know what they feel. So when I felt like, when I went there, the prayer session and everything, everything entirely, the same feeling that I got by praying to God through the Muslim way is still the same feeling I got there. So I believe that regardless of religion or something, everyone has this unique connection with God. Even if you pray by saying in Jesus' name and pray by saying Bismillah, you will still get to God. And God is not a God of confusion. For someone to, there's this kind of thing that I hear from pastors and affairs that's really, that I don't even, there's no way you can make me believe it. By saying that this person in another religion would go astray. It's not possible. Why would you just say because someone is a Christian or a Muslim, the person will automatically go astray or go to a fire? Or if I don't give my life to Christ, I would not. See, it's just a big fat lie. Because aside Islam and Christianity, there is Taoism, there is Hinduism, there is Buddhism. There are so many religions that you have no idea of. So where would all those ones go to? Or they have an heaven of their own. So I think regardless of that, Nigerians should just find a way to do good. First of all, the universal rule: do unto others what you would want them to do back to you, regardless of religious affiliation. So what's it called? Desmond Elliot coming out to apologize after, calling the NSAS protesters children and the youth entirely. He called us children then. And then the people didn't forget. And I think what he actually did by coming up with transformers and the likes, I think that even has done more harm than good. Because he's now a full-fledged Nigerian politician that waits till election time to carry out project.
You said people and the hatred on him is too much. Who is hating him?
Nobody's hating him. He's the one that is feeling hated.
Exactly, he's the one that is feeling the hatred. He's feeling like he's feeling guilty.
He's feeling guilty of what he did.
Exactly, he's having this guilty conscience. Like I should have done this thing a very long time ago.
Exactly. I think we have the video. Let's have the video there. Let's have the video. So I think normally what he said there was actually wrong. So very, very wrong.
I think forgiveness is divine, really. And if anyone, no one owns it all.
Right.
Something can be your truth, and to another person, it might not be. Right. I don't think going back to bring out those sensitive moments and will do anything. I think at the end of the day, I apologized for, and I'm still apologizing to those who must have misconstrued what I said. I said I was taken by emotions, but at the end, it still didn't take away from the facts. The hatred is too much.
Yeah.
The polity, the hatred is too much. We're all built on love. We can change things by love. I'm in politics now 8 years, and I still stand on the fact that love conquers all. Yeah. I've gone out in the streets, and people still curse at me.
Wow.
But I'm not afraid, I'm not ashamed, because they don't understand the stress that you go through. Yeah. And I pick it from their point of view, because someone just hoped that you could just help him or her. And at that point, you are stressed with so many things. So at the end of the day, it happened. I wasn't referring to everybody as children. Yes. It was the people that were on Mr. Speaker's handle, that were talking to Mr. Speaker, that I was referring to, and not everybody. But, and truly, they were teenagers when I clicked on those who were cursing at Mr. Speaker. And that's exactly what I said. But I'm sorry again. Okay. That's what politics teaches you. You must learn. You can never be prideful. You can never buga in politics. Who you be? So you must humble yourself. If you want buga, go inside your...
All right, so we saw the video where Desmond Elliot actually apologized to the youths. It was even, to me, he's fidgeting. Like he's actually scared of what would be...
Even someone who they fidget. Who can be Desmond Elliot when you go fidget? Someone who maybe say, normally, the day in his office or in house, someone who they go shop and they lick ice cream. Everywhere you go. Even someone who they fidget. Who can be Desmond Elliot? Who go fidget?
You like violence too. Come on.
I don't understand.
But I think this obedience will actually put politicians on their toes. Especially politicians who have had issues with the youth before. They've been on their toes lately. So Desmond Elliot coming out now to beg the people that the hate is too much. I think he should have done this. Even
if he had done the right thing at the right time.
Yes.
Not just 9 days to the election. Who is hating him? He's feeling guilty. Bro, and daddy, abi uncle, you are feeling guilty.
But did you actually see him winning this election?
He's not going to win.
Oh my goodness.
He's not going to win because it's obvious like he did that to get support and the vote from the people. And if the people are wise enough, they will not vote him in again. Probably if they should vote him, he will not collect the transformers.
Or maybe if they don't vote him in, he will collect his transformers.
He should collect it now. The new person will put transformers.
Oh rubbish. God. I think we have some comments.
We have some comments here. Okay, Mr. Godwin said, "Thank you, my brother. Here in Australia, the white don't care about religion. This is Christian country, but 99% doesn't go to church, and they don't discriminate about other people's religion." Nigeria Future said, "As Africans, we have our own way of serving God." Gladys Oyabo said, "Peter Obi is indeed a very humble man."
Yeah.
Them say, "You don't know where the next meal will come from." Mr. Vote Obi said, "Stop saying nonsense, young man. If you study your Bible very well, you will understand that Jesus said, whoever believes in his name shall be saved. The rest of the religion don't believe in his name."
They play.
It's actually causing violence here. This is not how Christ said he should preach about. I beg. Sorry.
They play.
He said when Jesus was teaching, what did he say? Follow Hindu. He said, give what belongs to Caesar unto Caesar. Excuse me. Yeah, again, I beg. Mr. Gladys said, Miss Gladys said, it is not that Desmond Elliot came out to apologize. We must guide our utterances. Well, he has said it already.
Yeah,
and it's on
he
record.
has said it. It's on record.
Bushmom said, I went to different religion, but one thing I found out is that it is just a name. Righteousness is in the heart, because if you commit sin, your inner self tells you that it is bad. So anyone believing in religion as a building should go and have a rethink.
Should go and have a rethink. It's really bad.
Mr. Vote Obi again said, the Muslims don't know the truth. The Hindu is still meditating. The Buddhist is still searching for the truth. But Jesus said, I am the way and the truth. Whoever believes in me will have eternal life.
Yeah, according to the Christian
said
doctrine.
Desmond apologized because he wanted to be voted for.
Yeah.
That guy likes money so much, so he should go back to entertainment industry. We don't even want him in the entertainment industry.
Even if he goes back to the entertainment industry, that would be worse.
That would be worse. Nigeria, they will
maybe it's only him and his family that will be watching his movie.
Vote Obi said Christianity is not a religion, but Christ in us the hope of glory. You can call the rest.
It's like that man is a pastor.
This is not a pastor, I beg.
No, it might be. It's only normal for religious leaders to protect the image of their religion. But if we are being logical here, religion was created by man. Yeah, not by God. What religion does God associate himself with?
Jesus Christ didn't say anything like, as I'm going, follow the Christian way, or or do anything like this. He didn't say anything.
Did Jesus say, I am of this religion?
He didn't say. He even said he's not of this world. So
of not this world.
He's not of this
Which
world.
means all of us we are not of this world. We are only here like we are going through a journey.
Exactly.
And by the time we would all die, then I don't know where we are going to. There's belief that we are going to paradise or heaven or hell or something. I don't know. But we should give credence to other religions. There's this particular book I read on sociology, Aralambos. That book, I realized that there are thousands of religions. There are some who believe in ghosts. Those people, what do you expect them? Where would they go to? If that is how they communicate to God. See, religion should be a vehicle to communicate to God. The fact that you boarded a train or a bicycle or a plane or something, so far you get to the destination. Someone who boarded the plane should not say that it is only the plane that is. Someone who boarded the bicycle now should not say it is only the bicycle that is the right means to get to the destination. Or someone who boarded a bus or something, or BRT, should not say that it is only this way. See, we need to broaden our thinking. I think when we step out of our shoes, go into other people's situation, we'll realize that it is just a name.
Okay,
it's just a name.
We have some comments here.
Okay. Let's have it.
Mr. Olugbenga Bamdele said, we are forgiving Sanwo-Olu, but he should promise the next time he will not allow military in. He will stop them from shooting during next NSAS too.
Yeah.
We will not even allow
I think people would actually forgive Sanwo-Olu
for
the fact that he worked.
What this man is saying, he said we should forgive him so that during the next NSAS too. For us to we are forgiving him so that the next thing, another NSAS will not happen. We actually think for him to show that he has changed. It should come out to say.
No, he shouldn't even come out to say anything. But every October 20 of every year, he should leave that day for the people to commemorate with those people that lost their lives, and he should acknowledge that people died today. I think that would really, be a very big step in, resolving all these NSAS issues entirely. Because we saw in 2021 and 2022 that people were not allowed to come out for the NSAS memorial.
They even they ended up
using tear gas on the people and the like. So I think when it comes to the NSAS memorial, you should just allow them do their thing. We only tell the police officers that they should go there and be with them, coordinate them. Don't go there to threaten them. Let them do their memorial, then go back to their various homes. That would do a lot in actually redeeming, someone's image.
Said God has no religion. Pushmam said, I forgive him totally because we are human beings, but he should step aside for another person to represent us, please.
Should allow the NSAS memorial if he would.
I want to watch, but I have forgiven him 100%. Vote Obi said, you don't have to be rude, you this lady. I am not rude. I'm just trying to tell you that that's the truth.
Yeah, oh God.
He said, bro, study your Bible and you will see the light. Okay.
I have Bible, I have Quran, I have Book of Moses. I have it. So I'm just trying to broaden my image. Even if I can read about so many religions, I'll keep on reading about them.
Michael Awoniyi said there is no religion anywhere. You lot should just live your life and procreate according to the universe. And the cycle keeps going simple. Ms. Gladys said, Nigerians are yet to know why we must not allow religion should be our yardstick of picking our leaders.
Yeah. Thank you all for joining us on the weekend edition of the program, Lagos This Morning. You can do well to keep on clicking the like button, smash the like button, and also subscribe and turn on your notification bell on the channel. You can do well to join Christian Chukwu as well on the next program, Bystander. Till we come your way again on Monday for another edition of the program, Lagos This Morning. Bye for now. Enjoy your weekend.
Bye.
100 Naira, Desmond Elliot.